Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be talking about a survival horror game known as Five Nights at Freddy's and the variety of Easter eggs and secrets that lay within the game. Let us begin. First of all, there is a 1 in 100 chance that the poster of Freddy Fazbear, which appears in the West Hall corner, will instead be replaced with a poster of him ripping his face off. Why exactly is unknown. An even rarer chance in this hall is that of a 1 in 34,464 chance of instead it is replaced by a photograph of Golden Freddy, a yellow version of Freddy Fazbear. And once the main character puts down his monitor, this bear will appear in his office. Then they must flick it right back up as fast as they can, or else they will lose the game, as Golden Freddy will kill them. Now, this does not take place if Bonnie the Bunny is standing in the corner of the hall, as this is where the area he goes to right before he attempts to make his entrance into your office. There is a 1 in 100 chance that the posters seen on the walls in the East Hall camera will instead be replaced by drawings of children crying and in deep sorrow. There is an equally rare chance of the same amount that these will instead be replaced by the words "It's me" written in black across the wall. Alongside that, when you return to the title screen by any means necessary, there is a 1 in 1,000 chance that instead of being returned to the title screen directly, you will instead be met face to face with a close-up of Bonnie the Bunny's face, but his eyes are gone. They're just pitch black. After a few moments, you will see 2 white dots appear. After a few more moments, it will return to the title screen. There is a 1 in 10,000 chance that after the player is deceased, instead of seeing the typical game over screen, instead they'll be met with a jump scare by Golden Freddy. It is the exact same jump scare that the player gets when he fails to lift up his monitor when Golden Freddy makes his entrance into his office. Alongside that, there is a 1 in 25 chance that the posters seen in the East Hall corner will be replaced by newspapers. This will only happen if Freddy the Bear or Chica the Chicken is not in the East Hall corner. These newspapers detail a great tragedy that took place a long time ago at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where 5 children were lured away from the guest area and brought to a back room by a man who's wearing a costume of one of these titular characters. Their fates remain unknown to the press, and in the aftermath, people who patroned the restaurant complained that they smelled foul odors and smells emanating from these automatons, and that blood and mucus came out of the pores of these creatures, and that the restaurant will be closing down by the end of the year due to people refusing to patronize this establishment after such a tragedy had taken place there. And they also mentioned that a suspect has been apprehended in this case. When Foxy the Pirate Fox leaves his cove to attempt to make his entrance into your office to murder you, there is a 1 in 10 chance that the words "It's me" will be placed on his sign. Typically the words "out of order" will be on the sign, but in this very similar crude manner and in black coloring, just like the ones on the wall, the words "It's me" can have the chance of appearing. Alongside that, every single second you played Five Nights at Freddy's, there is a 1 in 1,000 chance that the words "It's me" will appear on your screen, and alongside that, the faces of Freddy and Bonnie will flash rapidly across the screen. The Bonnie featured here is similar to the second phase of the Bonnie featured in the possible encounter that happens when you attempt to return to the title screen I mentioned earlier. But this time, his white pupils are in completely different directions, as for one reason or another, his eyes are cross-eyed. The Freddy in this encounter no longer has his typical eyes, but instead wide, bloodshot human eyes for one reason or another. And alongside that, backwards audio also plays. This backwards audio is featured in a phone call left on the 4th night of the game by the character of Ralph, sometimes referred to as the phone guy. This audio is actually backwards audio of somebody reading out the book known as Autobiography of a Yogi. There was a 1 in 20 chance that the endo featured in the back room camera will stop looking down on the ground and will look at you directly. Alongside that, all these spare heads will move from their normal positions to face your camera directly, as if they know you are watching them. And why exactly, we do not know why, but they're staring directly into your camera as if they're attempting to stare into your soul. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I gotta say. So, ladies and gentlemen, farewell, and I hope to see you return soon. Goodbye.